Well, children, today I'm going to explain reflexive pronouns. Let's see what is the reflexive pronoun. For that, first we read these examples that are given here. I busied myself in the garden. My mother is teaching herself how to drive. Father hurt himself while gardening. They blamed themselves for what happened. Take care of yourself. Here, myself, herself, himself, themselves, and yourself. These words are called the reflexive pronoun. Here, the subject and the object both are same. Here, the action is done by the subject, means doer, and it is also received by the doer of the action. Here both subject and objects are same. Here the subject and the object refer to the same noun or the pronoun. Means the doer of the action and the receiver of the action both are same person. That may be noun and that may be pronoun. I hope you understood, children. Okay, let's see the next topic, that is emphatic pronouns. So children, himself, myself, herself, themself, and itself. These are also used as emphatic pronoun. Let's see how can you identify it is emphatic pronoun or it is reflexive pronoun. Let's see. Emphatic pronouns, emphasis on the doer of the action. They tells about the doer of the action. So you see the words ourselves, yourselves, or yourself can also function as emphatic pronoun. Let's see, children, emphatic pronouns cannot be used as the subject of a sentence. Reena, Ria, and myself solved the problem easily. This cannot be the correct sentence. Ria and I solved the problem easily. Mostly emphatic pronouns are placed just after the subject. That may be noun and pronoun. For example, I myself solved all the questions. Here, emphatic pronoun, emphasis on the subject. I hope you understood, children. Children, let's see relative pronouns. Here we will see the relative pronouns. Let's see some examples to understand the relative pronoun. This is Sasha who lives near my house. Tarun found the bag which he had lost last week. Relative pronouns are used to join two sentences, two nouns. And here the first noun and the second noun both are attached to each other. Let's see the relative pronoun who joins two sentences. This is Sasha. She lives near my house. Here who is used to join two sentences. So here who is relative pronoun. So you can see here who, which, whose, whom. These are the relative pronouns. The relative pronoun agrees with the antecedent in number, gender, and person. Means if there is singular noun or pronoun in first sentence, so it will agree to the noun and pronoun of the second sentence. This is the person who wrote the poem. Let's see some more. Children, you see here which is relative pronoun that is used for animals or the lifeless things. That is used for person, animal, and thing. And who is used for the noun or pronoun. I hope you understood, children. Which can be used for the animal and lifeless things, that can be used for both animal and person and things, and who is used only for the persons. Here are two sentences and both are joined by the who, that, which, and these are called the relative pronoun. So children, your chapter is over now. It is finished, and in the next video we will discuss the exercises. Okay, thank you so much.